It is very, very long lasting. And you like modern, clean, super sheer floral fragrances, this one is a must try. So it's so good, so good. Basically, this is a rose caramel vanilla fragrance. Oh my goodness, this fragrance is absolutely stunning. It's a keeper for life. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I review fragrances. My name is Giselle. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you're one of my loyal returning subscribers. So today's video is about what I consider some of the best fragrances for spring and summer, but specifically for spring. So if you want to hear more about these fragrances, stay with me and let's get started. So the first fragrance on my list today, in no particular order, is Pluie sur Allons by Ela K. This fragrance is so glorious. I don't know why it doesn't get more hype. This is my favorite from Ela K. It's so stunning, guys. It's very feminine, very clean, very ethereal. Let me start testing it here. It's really gorgeous. It opens very juicy. We have pear and we have rhubarb here. The pear is very prominent. The rhubarb here adds a little bit of a fizzy aspect to the fragrance without adding tartness like we have in Delina, for example. We don't get the tartness here. However, we do have that fizzy component, as I was saying. It's very aquatic, very dewy. This fragrance also has lotus, it has lily, it has musk. It's very musky. And in the dry down, we have Ackee Gala wood and Ambrophix. Both are synthetic molecules trademarked by Givaudan, and they are used in perfumery to prolong longevity and enhance projection. Ambrophix is actually a commercial name for ambroxan, and it usually resembles ambergris, so it's used more as a fixative. While Ackee Gala wood, which is actually derived from patchouli through biotechnology, has nothing to do with wood. Some people think that Ackee Gala wood smells like wood. It doesn't. It actually gives patchouli vibes without that dirty, humid, damp aspect, that almost dirty scent that typically patchouli has. So we have that grounding component, that complexity that patchouli usually adds, without that aspect that for many people is a turn off. And the moment you say patchouli, they ooh. But this is not like that, and you don't really smell patchouli. Really stunning perfume, super duper feminine, very clean, as I was saying. I get around 5-6 hours on my skin without overspraying, with average projection in the first couple hours. I get tons of compliments every time I wear this perfume. I love it. This fragrance, guys, is so good. I encourage you to try it. No one talks about this fragrance, unfortunately, but I highly encourage you to try it if you like clean, slightly green, dewy type of fragrances. Completely inoffensive, very innocent, so to speak. Very relaxing, very zen. Checks so many boxes. This is a typical daytime fragrance, but not only that. To me, it smells like a tropical paradise in a rainy day. Very tropical without the typical fruity aspect or narcotic white flowers, for example. This fragrance reminds me of a rainy day. So gorgeous. So if you haven't yet, I encourage you to try Pluie sur Allons by Ela K. The next one on my list is Isla Sirena by Ellis Brooklyn. This fragrance, guys, so good. so good. This fragrance is a new release. It hasn't launched just yet. It launched on the 11th of this month, March 11, on the Sephora app, and March 12 on Sephora.com, Sephora stores, and ellisbrooklyn.com. This is Tropical Vacation in a Bottle. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, this is a gift I received directly from Ellis Brooklyn. Thank you so much for sending me this beautiful gift. Honestly, this is my favorite release from this house. They recommend to layer it with Guava Granita and Miami Nectar, which I also love. All of them are very tropical. Guava Granita is very juicy, very fruity. Miami Nectar, it's kind of tropical, coconutty, juicy, beachy, while Isla Sirena, it's something in between. So it's so good, so good. Let me tell you, this is a type of fragrance I would have purchased like in a second, in a split second out of pocket. I love it. It's sweet, it's very tropical, as I was saying. It's beachy, but it doesn't have the typical scent and lotion vibes. It's really, really good. I can smell coconut here. It also has blue Java banana, known as the ice cream banana, which is renowned for its creaminess, sweetness, and vanilla-like flavor. It has papaya, vanilla orchid. It has coconut water, ginger flower, so it's not a spice. You don't get the spice here. It's more like a flower accord. It also has brown sugar and vetiver. It's very fresh, very uplifting. It smells just like the color, minus the citrusy aspect. I think it's a great fragrance for spring and summer, especially for summer. I'm planning on wearing this fragrance all spring and summer. It's really, really gorgeous. It smells way more expensive than it is. Very versatile, very likable. It is very mass appealing. The few times I wore it, I got compliments. So it seems the fragrance projects. I can't tell for sure, but it happened to me a couple times, even 3 times, that I went to the mall and people asked me what I was wearing. So it seems the fragrance projects. It lasts about 5 hours on my skin with average projection. It has a very beautiful sillage apparently, and I love it. I can't wait for you guys to be able to test it because it is really, really good. I think it's a very solid release and I can't wait to wear it all spring and summer long. Isla Sirena by Ellis Brooklyn. The next one on my list is Blue Talisman by ex Nihilo. This fragrance is by far, hands down, one of my favorites from ex Nihilo. And you can see, as I always say, dance, don't lie, guys. I love it. This is the eau de parfum. I also have the extrait version. I love both, but I like this one a little bit more. And I'm going against the grain here because everyone seems to be loving the extrait. However, I do think there's something truly special about the eau de parfum, which is the one that started it all. Let me try it on my skin. Oh my goodness. This fragrance is absolutely stunning. It's a lifer for me. It's a keeper for life. It is very zesty, very uplifting. Right in the opening, we have ginger here and we have pear. Those two are the most prominent notes. So it is juicy, it is sweet. We have the juiciness and the sweetness of the pear. And we also have a sweet spiciness coming from the ginger. So I think the ginger is very, very important here because it kind of balances the possible extra sweetness from the pear. So the balance here in the opening is just perfection. It's very zesty, very clean, very invigorating, very uplifting. It's so stunning. It smells very expensive, and it is expensive. I'm not gonna lie, but trust me, it smells like every single penny you pay for it and then some. It is absolutely stunning. It smells very luxurious, but it's more like quiet luxury. It gives me coastal vibes, very French Riviera. It gives me yacht club type of vibes. This fragrance is seriously one of the most elegant fresh fragrances you can find on the market. Usually the fresh fragrances in this category, they are fun, they are uplifting, but usually they are not so elegant. They are nothing that we can call, oh, how chic, or wow, this is so elegant. No. For the most part, they aren't. However, Blue Talisman, and in particular, the eau de parfum is very, very elegant. Like I said, it's quite luxury, but still very chic, effortless chic, very elegant, 100% unisex. And it is very gender neutral. As I said in one of my previous videos when I reviewed this fragrance, what I like about Blue Talisman, and I think it sets it apart from other unisex scents, is that when a man wears it, it pulls very, very masculine. However, when women wear it, it pulls very, very feminine, as it is in my case. If I smell it, I will never say this is a unisex scent. I would say it's very feminine. However, when I smell it on men, I can tell it's a very masculine scent. So I can guarantee this is a 100% unisex fragrance. It has really good lasting power considering its category. Usually fresh fragrances don't last this long, and I pull easily 7-8 hours without overspraying, with above average projection in the first couple hours, and it leaves a very beautiful sillage for the entire lifetime of the fragrance. If you haven't yet, please try Blue Talisman. by ex Nihilo. I will link both down below in the description box because both are glorious. Today I'm reviewing this one. I'll review the X-ray in another video, but yes, give it a try and you'll thank me later. The next one on my list is Nucleus by 𝐲𝙎𝙎. Now, I have to tell you, this is the most different fragrance you can find among all 𝐲𝙎𝙎 fragrances, including Casa Moradi. Completely different scent profile. And there's another thing that sets this fragrance apart, and it is the fact that it is water-based. So even people with extremely sensitive skin might be able to enjoy it. Of course, try it first. But this fragrance, as I said, it's water-based. And another thing that sets this fragrance apart is its consistency, which is more like a serum, as you can see. I don't know if you can see. See, it's more like a serum. And the thing is, you have to rub it because the fragrance comes encapsulated in very tiny microparticles. And when you rub it against your skin, it seems those particles burst and release the fragrance. And I think that's true because the more I rub, what you usually don't have to do with regular fragrances, it's what you have to do here to get the full experience with this fragrance. Here you have to rub it in order for those microparticles to burst and release the fragrance, as I was saying. And it seems to be true because the more I rub, the more I can smell this beautiful scent. So basically, this is a rose caramel vanilla fragrance. It is slightly gourmand. Although you won't smell like a snack, you will have those typical gourmand notes, which makes this fragrance incredibly addictive. The caramel here is very prominent. I would say the caramel and rose are the most prominent, and then comes the vanilla, especially in the dry down. But it is so stunning, you guys, and so different. I've never smelled anything like this before. It literally lasts all day. I never thought this fragrance would last this long, and it is actually a skin scent. It doesn't project like crazy. It sits close to the skin. However, it is very long lasting, and I can tell you, I get easily 10 hours on my skin, and I'm not even exaggerating. It's very creamy, very milky, decadent, sweet, addictive. It's absolutely delicious. It's also completely inoffensive, very versatile, day or night type of scent. I think this is more of a daytime fragrance. However, I also wear it during the night, especially in spring and summer. And when that happens, that I wear it during the night, I tend to overspray a little bit more. But it is so beautiful and leaves your skin so soft, like super duper soft. So yes, so absolutely, I highly encourage you to try Nucleus by 𝐲𝙎𝙎. If you like to smell different, this one is a must try. The next one on my list is Delina La Rosée by Parfums de Marly. This fragrance is beautiful. I have the 3 Delinas. I love all of them. This one in particular is a summer favorite, spring-summer. It's so feminine, so sheer, so translucent. It's very angelic, and it is very long lasting. I'll start by saying this fragrance, guys, this fragrance lasts all day. I would have never thought that a fragrance with this scent profile lasts this long. It is very long lasting. To me, this fragrance stands on its own. I wouldn't have launched it as part of the Delinas. Maybe the house wanted to leverage the fame that the other 2 Delinas were having, and I don't blame them. As a business owner, I would have done the same. They are not rookies, and as business owners, they know what they do. However, I think this fragrance has a very distinctive DNA and stands on its own, just like they did with Velaya. Velaya stands on its own, and so does Delina La Rosée. It has a very strong presence. It's kind of a very I would say this is a younger sister of the other 2 Delinas. Although the 3 of them are completely ageless, they are completely timeless, I think this one targets a younger crowd. It is very girly, very feminine, very youthful, playful, fun, flirty. It's absolutely beautiful. In the opening, we have lychee and we have pear. So the opening is pretty juicy, sweet, and dewy. In fact, rosé in French that has nothing to do with rose. Rosé means dewy. Although this fragrance has rose in the heart, the name Delina La Rosée means dewy, and it is a very dewy, watery type of fragrance. So basically, the fragrance starts juicy and fruity, And as it transitions, we start getting more of the floral core where we have peonies and rose. Ultra feminine, very chic, effortless chic. Layers beautifully with any musk scent, and of course with the two Delinas, especially with the original. With the original Delina, perfection. Match made in heaven. Now, another thing that sets this fragrance apart is that the fruity aspect is more dominant than the floral aspect. So although we have peonies and rose, you never lose that lychee and pear. So if you like those fruity notes, if you like lychee, if you like pear, rest assured you will smell them for the entire lifetime of the fragrance. And the last one for today is Sakura Cherry Blossom by Jo Malone. So this is a gift from my husband. He just came back from Japan and he brought me this fragrance. Of course, being in Japan, the country of the cherry blossom, so he had to buy something for me about and around cherry blossom. So this fragrance is so beautiful, so soft, so girly, so feminine. It's very sheer. The fragrance is angelic. I can't find a better word to describe it. And the few times I wore it, I felt like I was kind of floating on a cloud. It's so beautiful. It's very soft, as I was saying. This is a skin scent, but you know, there's a time and a place for everything. We don't need bespoke fragrances all the time. Actually, most people who aren't into fragrances and who are not part of this fragrance community, they don't enjoy super strong fragrances. And in fact, I heard from many people that they've been told in the workplace that they can't wear perfume. So clearly, not everyone enjoys bespoke fragrances. In my experience, the majority, most people don't enjoy bespoke fragrances. Don't get me wrong, I do like strong fragrances, especially during the winter or in the colder months, and I do own quite a few. However, when I wear them, I am extremely mindful. I don't spray like 30-40 sprays of fragrances like Oud Satin Mood, for example, because what's the purpose? Like, I don't want to choke people around. I feel that I'm being disrespectful. So all that to say that there's a time and a place for everything, and this fragrance is very inoffensive. I can almost guarantee you can wear this even if you work in a tiny cubicle in a call center, for example. You might still be able to wear this and not disturb anyone. It's very inoffensive. It's really soft, very delicate, very sheer, very translucent. As I was saying, this is a perfect fragrance for a bride, for example, or if you have a wedding at the beach as a guest, you can wear this very safely. It's just beautiful. I love to have fragrances in all categories. I like my bespoke fragrances, as I was saying, but I also love my skin scents. I love my soft girl type of fragrances, and this one is prime example of soft girl energy. I get around 3-4 hours of lasting power. As you probably know, Jo Malone fragrances don't last all day. They are actually designed or created from a chemistry standpoint to last anywhere between 3 and 6 hours, depending on which one. But yeah, that's pretty much what you can realistically expect from Jo Malone fragrances, from most of them. Not all of them, they have different lines, but from those that come in the classic rectangular and these round ones, 3 to 6 hours is realistic. So if you haven't yet and you like modern, clean, super sheer floral fragrances, this one is a must try. Sakura Cherry Blossom by Jo Malone. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy my content, and if you're new here and you enjoy my video, I truly hope you consider subscribing, and if you do, please don't forget to hit the bell icon so you won't miss my upcoming videos. Thank you so much again, guys, for staying with me until the very end. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.